Hello, I'm Dr. Zong. Today, I will discuss some of the most challenging topics in healthcare, diets, and cancer care. Specifically, I will explore three types of diets: ketogenic, Mediterranean, and plant-based diets. Throughout this discussion, I will emphasize current clinical data and provide practical suggestions for incorporating these diets into your lifestyle. Before we delve into the heart of my presentation, I must clarify one vital point: this talk does not constitute medical advice. Just to let you know, we use some pictures and tables that someone else owns the rights to. We only do this to help explain things better, for research, to make comments, or to criticize, and it's all legal and above board.
Socrates, a wise philosopher, imparted timeless wisdom through his quote, which remains relevant in the context of cancer today. It serves as a reminder of the significance of our lifestyle choices and encourages us to prioritize our well-being. Rather than indulging in unhealthy habits that may increase the risk of cancer, we should view eating and drinking as a means to support a healthy life. Socrates' statement, "Bad men live that they may eat and drink," serves as a warning. He cautions us that individuals who make poor lifestyle choices, such as maintaining an unhealthy diet, are more susceptible to developing illness like cancer. These unhealthy behaviors often stem from a focus on immediate pleasure and gratification. Conversely, Socrates emphasizes in his quote, "Good men eat and drink that they may live, the secret to leading a good and long life." Our modern knowledge has revealed the significance of adopting a healthy lifestyle to prevent and manage cancer. This entails making conscious choices about our dietary intake. By adhering to a balanced and nutritious diet, we can mitigate the risk of certain types of cancer and promote our long-term health. Today, I want to discuss three fundamental diets that have the potential to significantly impact cancer care: the plant-based diet, ketogenic diet, and Mediterranean diet. Throughout history, people have always been curious about the connection between nutrition and health. In recent decades, scientific research has provided us with valuable insights into how our diets can affect our risk of developing cancer, the treatment of cancer, and living well after overcoming the disease. Before we begin, I have an important piece of advice that applies to all types of diets: try to minimize your consumption of processed foods as much as possible. Processed foods are generally considered to be of lower quality compared to unprocessed foods. They often come in packages and contain numerous ingredients, including artificial colors, flavors, and chemical additives. These convenience or pre-prepared foods have been linked to the growing obesity epidemic and the increased incidence of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Now, I am going to start with plant-based diet. Plant-based diets are not merely a passing trend or a niche lifestyle choice. They are rooted in science, backed by extensive clinical research, and have garnered support from healthcare professionals and nutritionists. At its core, a plant-based diet emphasizes the consumption of whole, minimally processed foods derived from plants, such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, while reducing or eliminating the intake of animal products. The evidence-based recommendations are clear: adopting a plant-based diet can have a profound impact on our health and well-being. Numerous studies have explored the link between dietary choices and the survival and prognosis of various cancers. The findings consistently point toward the benefits of plant-based diets for cancer survivors. Let's delve into the research further. For survivors of colorectal cancer, studies have shown that a high intake of whole grains and fiber is associated with a better prognosis. These components, abundant in plant-based diets, play a significant role in promoting optimal health and recovery. Similarly, for breast cancer survivors, a higher intake of fruits, vegetables, and fiber, along with moderate consumption of soy and isoflavones, has been linked to beneficial outcomes. Plant-based foods provide a wealth of nutrients, vitamins, and natural antioxidants that help support the body's natural defenses and aid in the recovery process. I would like to point out that there is a difference between natural antioxidants and synthetic antioxidants found in some supplements. Even for prostate cancer survivors, research suggests that an increased intake of vegetable fats can contribute to an improved prognosis. This highlights the potential of plant-based diets to positively impact the lives of individuals affected by cancer, offering them a chance for better health and well-being. The power of plants extends beyond cancer. Plant-based diets have been consistently associated with a reduced risk of various non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity. By adopting this dietary approach, we can create a foundation for lifelong wellness. Opposite to a plant-based diet, the ketogenic diet is a dietary approach that emphasizes high fat, moderate protein, and low carbohydrate intake. These two dietary approaches represent opposite ends of the spectrum, in terms of macronutrient composition and food choices. The ketogenic diet, or keto diet for short, is characterized by a significant reduction in carbohydrate intake, typically to less than 50 grams or 5% of calories per day, and increased consumption of healthy fats. This shift in macronutrient ratios prompts the body to enter a state called ketosis, where it primarily relies on fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. You may wonder how two completely different diets, such as a plant-based diet and a ketogenic diet, can both provide benefits for cancer patients. The main idea behind the ketogenic diet is to induce a metabolic state, in which the body becomes highly efficient at burning fat for fuel. When carbohydrate intake is restricted, the body's glycogen stores become depleted, and it starts to break down stored fat into molecules called ketones. These ketones then serve as an alternative energy source for the body and the brain. The ketogenic diet has shown promise in the management of certain medical conditions, such as seizures, overweight, diabetes, and cancer. When applying the ketogenic diet to cancer care, in my opinion, it is crucial to not only limit the intake of carbohydrates, but also to restrict protein to less than 25 or 30%. This aspect of the diet is often overlooked but holds significant importance. While the ketogenic diet offers certain benefits, it is important to approach it with caution. Severely restricting carbohydrate intake can lead to nutrient deficiencies, if not carefully planned. Additionally, the transition into ketosis may cause temporary side effects, often referred to as the keto flu, including fatigue, dizziness, and digestive issues. These symptoms typically resolve within a few days, as the body adapts to using ketones for energy.
While the ketogenic diet has shown significant theoretical advantages and positive results in preclinical animal models, the number of clinical trials conducted on humans remains limited. Some of these trials have reported poor tolerance and adherence to the diet, which could be attributed to inadequate patient education, rather than the ketogenic diet itself. Additionally, a few trials have demonstrated no meaningful impact. However, there are encouraging results in terms of preserving the quality of life. For instance, the German Colibri study focused on investigating the effects of a healthy standard diet, a low-carb diet, and a ketogenic diet on breast cancer patients. This open-label non-randomized trial spanned 20 weeks, and included both inpatient and outpatient phases. All three groups showed improvements in quality of life, body composition, and physical performance. Participants following the low-carb diet exhibited the most remarkable enhancement in quality of life aspects. Those on the ketogenic diet demonstrated excellent physical performance and favorable muscle over fat ratio, despite experiencing increased cholesterol levels. Moreover, the ketogenic diet group had the best triglyceride over high-density lipoprotein (HDL) ratio and homeostatic model assessment of insulin resistance index. In conclusion, both well-defined ketogenic diets and low-carb diets have been deemed safe and beneficial based on available evidence. However, further research is required to gain a comprehensive understanding of their long-term effects and applicability to different cancer types. Another noteworthy trial, conducted at Duke University, focused on prostate cancer patients and their adherence to a low-carbohydrate diet, LCD. In this study, patients in the LCD arm received guidance from a dietitian to limit their carbohydrate intake to 20 grams or less per day. They were provided with a list of low-carbohydrate foods to choose from, such as greens, fats, lean meat, and seafood, and a list of moderate/high carbohydrate foods to avoid, including bread, pasta, grains, legumes, and starchy vegetables. The results of the study included post-hoc exploratory analyses of PSA doubling time, PSADT. Compared to their PSADT prior to the study, the group following the LCD showed a higher proportion of patients with slowed PSADT, 73%, in comparison to the control group, 42%. However, it is important to note that this difference did not reach statistical significance. While these findings suggest a potential benefit of the low-carbohydrate diet in slowing PSADT, further research is necessary to confirm these observations and establish stronger statistical significance. Nonetheless, this trial contributes valuable insights to the exploration of dietary interventions for prostate cancer patients. A research study conducted in Germany examined the effects of ketogenic diets on patients undergoing chemotherapy radiotherapy for rectal cancers. The study, known as KetoComp, involved a total of 18 patients who followed a ketogenic diet, and were compared to 23 patients who consumed their standard diet. Throughout the study, the researchers assessed EORTCQLQ30 questionnaire scores, as well as various metabolic and hormonal blood parameters, before, during, and at the end of the radiotherapy treatment. The findings revealed that 89% of patients on the ketogenic diet reported feeling good or very good subjectively. However, approximately half of them found it challenging to implement the daily routine of the diet. Interestingly, only the group following the standard diet experienced significant declines in physical and role functioning, whereas the ketogenic diet group showed improvements in role emotional and social functioning. Moreover, the standard diet group experienced notable increases in urinary frequency, buttock pain, and fatigue, but to a lesser extent in the ketogenic diet group. Additionally, the ketogenic diet group exhibited improvements in several biomarkers of metabolic health, including gamma-glutamyl transpeptidase, triglyceride glucose index, HDL cholesterol triglyceride ratio, and free T3 levels. These improvements were not observed in the standard diet group. Overall, the study suggests that ketogenic diets can be feasible as complementary therapies, alongside radiochemotherapy for rectal cancers, and are associated with subjective well-being among patients. Scientists from UAB conducted an excellent clinical trial on women with ovarian or endometrial cancer, comparing the effects of ketogenic diets and the American Cancer Society diet. The participants were randomly assigned to follow either a ketogenic diet, which consisted of 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbohydrates, or the American Cancer Society diet, which was high in fiber and low in fat. After 12 weeks, the researchers found a significant difference between the two groups, in terms of physical function scores. Specifically, the participants following the ketogenic diet, who were not receiving chemotherapy, reported a significant reduction in fatigue. However, there were no notable differences in mental function, hunger, or appetite between the two diet groups. Furthermore, the researchers observed a significant disparity between the groups in terms of cravings for starchy foods and fast food fats at the 12-week mark. The ketogenic diet group exhibited fewer cravings compared to the group of American Cancer Society diet. This study suggests that a ketogenic diet does not have a negative impact on the quality of life for women with ovarian or endometrial cancer. In fact, it may potentially improve physical function, increase energy levels, and reduce specific food cravings, such as those for starchy foods and fast food fats.
The Mediterranean diet is a remarkable dietary pattern that offers numerous health advantages. This dietetic pattern has gained recognition as a cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. It reduces the risk of most chronic diseases we are facing today. The Mediterranean diet encompasses a set of characteristics that form the foundation of this dietary pattern. Let us delve into its key components, which are integral to its success in promoting overall well-being and longevity. First and foremost, the Mediterranean diet emphasizes a high consumption of vegetables, fruits, cereals, particularly whole grains, nuts, and legumes. These nutrient-dense foods provide a rich array of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, ensuring that our bodies receive the nourishment they need for optimal functioning. In addition to its focus on plant-based foods, the Mediterranean diet encourages a low consumption of saturated fats, sweets, and meat. Instead, the Mediterranean diet promotes the consumption of unsaturated fats, particularly olive oil. Olive oil serves as the primary source of fat in this diet, providing healthy monounsaturated fats. Furthermore, the Mediterranean diet recommends a medium-high intake of fish, which is an excellent source of lean protein and omega-3 fatty acids. Moderate consumption of wine is also a characteristic of the Mediterranean diet. Lastly, the Mediterranean diet suggests a medium-low intake of dairy products, with a focus on yogurt and cheese. These dairy products provide valuable sources of calcium, protein, and probiotics, which support bone health and promote a healthy gut microbiome. By adopting the Mediterranean diet, we can reap a multitude of health benefits. Studies have shown that this dietary pattern is associated with a reduced risk of heart disease, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and even cognitive decline. It also promotes weight management and supports overall longevity. Now, let us embark on an exploration of the captivating realm that lies within the intricate relationship between Mediterranean foods and cancer. To truly comprehend this complex interaction, we must delve into the depths of scientific inquiry, conducting an in-depth study of the macro and micro elements present in each food, as well as the specific cooking methods employed. Mediterranean foods, with their abundance of polyphenols and phytochemicals, reveal themselves to be imbued with remarkable protective and antioxidant effects. These natural compounds bestow upon us a shield against the perils of oxidative stress and cancer development. Within the realm of fiber and phytochemicals, we encounter remarkable allies in the fight against cancer. These dietary components work tirelessly, reducing insulin resistance, inhibiting the absorption of cholesterol, and even tempering its synthesis. In doing so, they fortify our defenses against the onset of this formidable disease. Imagine, if you will, the majesty of fish, consumed as part of the Mediterranean diet. Its consumption not only delights our palates but also serves as a formidable deterrent to tumor cell growth. Furthermore, the triumvirate of fruit, vegetables, and olive oil grace our tables with their offerings of antioxidative and anti-inflammatory properties, acting as guardians of our well-being. Olive oil is a true stalwart of the Mediterranean diet. This liquid gold not only tantalizes our taste buds but also enhances our body's ability to fend off the insidious advances of cancer. Its chemoprotective effects are a testament to the remarkable gifts that nature has bestowed upon us. As we tread further along this path, we find ourselves at the crossroads of knowledge, where recent research illuminates the potential benefits of wine micronutrients. Resveratrol and quercetin, among others, emerge as potential allies in the battle against cancer. Furthermore, let us not underestimate the power of the Mediterranean diet as a whole. By embracing the harmonious interplay of its diverse components, we unlock a symphony of positive effects. We witness a reduction in lipid levels, accompanied by a modulation of their effects, a subtle yet profound shift in our body's equilibrium. The diet's anti-inflammatory, antioxidative, and anti-aggregating influences ripple through our cells, fostering an environment of vitality and resilience. We witness the modulation of cancer-prone mediators, as well as a reduction in the stimulation of hormones and intracellular pathways that lay the groundwork for this formidable disease. And in the depths of our gut, a remarkable transformation occurs, a metamorphosis of our microbiota, driven by the Mediterranean diet's nurturing embrace, leading to the production of beneficial bacterial metabolites. Let us now turn our attention to the real-world data, where we explore the profound impact of the Mediterranean diet on one of the most prevalent cancers, breast cancer. A collection of studies, including those conducted by the NHS, National Health Service, and EPIC, European Perspective Investigation into Cancer and Nutrition, has provided invaluable insights into this crucial area of research. The findings reveal a remarkable discovery. Individuals adhering to the Mediterranean diet experience a significant reduction of up to 40% in their risk of developing breast cancer.
Now, let's briefly discuss the concept of low glycemic index, GI. Utilizing the glycemic index is a simple approach. Opt for foods that fall into the low GI category, rather than the high GI category. Foods with a low glycemic index, GI of 55 or less, include a wide variety of options, such as most fruits and vegetables, beans, minimally processed grains, pasta, low-fat dairy foods, and nuts. These foods tend to have a slower, and more gradual impact on blood sugar levels, making them favorable choices for maintaining stable glucose levels.
An intriguing topic that has gained attention in recent years is fasting as a dietary pattern in cancer care. As you know, fasting involves abstaining from all solid food for a specific period of time. Numerous scientific reports have shed light on the potential benefits of fasting and protein-restricted diets in mice models of certain types of cancer. One of the main mechanisms through which fasting exerts its effects is mediated by the gut microbiota, the collection of microorganisms in our digestive system. In addition, fasting has been found to promote apoptosis, a process of programmed cell death, in cancer models. It also induces an anti-Warburg effect, which increases oxygen consumption while reducing ATP synthesis, suggesting an increase in mitochondrial uncoupling. Moreover, when fasting is combined with conventional cancer therapies, there is evidence to suggest that it may lead to a reduced tumor size in mice compared to those who receive only conventional treatments. This finding indicates that fasting may improve survival in individuals with tumors. Dr. Longo from UCLA has reported on a case series involving fasting in human studies. In 10 cases, patients diagnosed with various malignancies voluntarily fasted prior to or following chemotherapy. The 6 patients who underwent chemotherapy, with or without fasting, reported a reduction in fatigue, weakness, and gastrointestinal side effects while fasting. These cases suggest that fasting in combination with chemotherapy is feasible, safe, and has the potential to ameliorate side effects caused by chemotherapies. However, they are not intended to establish practice guidelines for patients undergoing chemotherapy due to the small size of the study. It is crucial to exercise caution when considering fasting as part of cancer care. Although fasting shows promise, it's important to recognize that fasting itself can worsen the cachexia syndrome, a medical condition that affects approximately half of all cancer patients.
You may have a question about the role of drinks, such as coffee, in relation to cancer. Well, I have good news to share. According to a large study from Harvard and MSKCC, patients who consumed 4 cups or more of coffee per day experienced a significantly lower risk of colon cancer recurrence or mortality, compared to those who never drank coffee. However, it's important to note that non-herbal tea and decaffeinated coffee did not show the same positive association with patient outcomes.
I understand that after reviewing the research and data, you may be wondering, which type of diet should I follow? While I don't possess the absolute truth or answer, I can offer some recommendations based on the available information. First and foremost, stay with your preference. It's important to listen to your body and enjoy the foods you like. While trying different diets, make sure to incorporate foods that align with your taste and preferences. This will help you stick to the diet plan and make it sustainable. Second, avoid preservatives, colorings, food additives, and over-processed foods. To maintain a wholesome diet, focus on consuming fresh, unprocessed foods. Shop for fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and minimize packaged or processed foods that often contain additives. Third, you can try rotating between different diets every 4 months, to explore different eating patterns and their effects on your health. Here's some advice on rotating the Mediterranean, ketogenic, and plant-based diets. Transition period. Before switching from one diet to another, allow yourself a gradual transition period of a few weeks. This will help your body adjust to the new eating pattern, and prevent any sudden changes that might be challenging or disruptive. Let me give you some examples. Mediterranean diet, 4 months. During this period, focus on incorporating fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, fish, poultry, healthy fats, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and moderate amounts of dairy products. Minimize processed foods, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. Explore Mediterranean recipes and flavors to make the diet enjoyable and diverse. Ketogenic diet, 4 months. When transitioning to the ketogenic diet, the primary focus is on consuming high-quality fats, moderate protein, and very low carbohydrates. Include foods such as avocados, nuts, seeds, coconut oil, olive oil, fatty fish, grass-fed meats, and non-starchy vegetables. Keep in mind that this diet may require careful tracking of macronutrient intake to achieve and maintain ketosis. Plant-based diet, 4 months. Switching to a plant-based diet means emphasizing fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds as the foundation of your meals. Include a variety of plant-based proteins such as tofu, tempeh, lentils, chickpeas, and beans. Choose plant-based alternatives for dairy and eggs if desired. This diet is naturally rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. The final point, listen to your body. Throughout the rotation, pay attention to how your body responds to each diet. Everyone's needs and tolerances are different. Take note of any changes in energy levels, digestion, mood, and overall well-being. Adjust the specific foods or ratios within each diet to suit your individual preferences and requirements. Thank you for listening.